babies.
Thank you, Irene.
Ladies?
How are you? Uh-oh, Nykki-Nike can't hear us. Uh-oh.
I messed up the audio, didn't I?
Can you hear us?
Messed up the audio. What else is new?
Click on the button.
That
Click
always
on the...
happens.
She'll figure it out.
She can't hear us.
Oh. Hold on. Let me sign to her. Meow, meow, boop, 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 boop.
No, you gotta be like the sign
Not
that,
sure what
that did
happened.
WAP. Suck my pussy, wop wop wop.
Man, that's
You're
just...
killing me, Smalls.
It's great that she can't hear us. What does
Right.
she think that I'm doing with those signs?
Oh, she knows you're trying to suck a dick right now.
I hate my life.
No, I'm trying to get something up. I'm trying to get something to go up.
All right, calm down here. Is that better?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
What's going on? What happened? Why did I do this?
Can
Wait,
you
can
hear
you
us? Can you hear us?
I hate my life.
No, she can't hear us. That was just fucking pretty good, though.
That was good timing. Wow.
Great timing.
I don't like
Maybe
any
she
of this
does
right
know
now.
how to sign.
None of it. We start over.
We never
Yeah.
start over.
No, we're not starting over.
She can't hear us.
I don't know if she can hear us or not.
This is fucked up.
She can definitely hear us. She's laughing at us.
Can you hear us?
Simple goddamn minds.
Well, at least she doesn't look
Not
like
too
she's ready
bad,
to
huh?
kill herself like
Not
Bill
good.
does.
It's not good.
Well, she's getting there. Fuck it. Welcome to the Simple Minds Sports Show. Friday headlines, September 3rd. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, rate, review. If you're listening on the podcast, do the same. Whatever you do, tell your friends. Welcome to the Simple Minds Sports Show. In Simple Minds, it is. Because Nykki-Nike, after looking for a triumphant return, just cannot get the
Can't
audio.
find the. She can't hear us. She just can't hear us. Click the top left button.
Nothing. Nada.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
What?
You can
What?
hear us?
Yeah.
Could you hear us the whole time?
No, I can hear you now.
Oh, perfect.
What the fuck? Why do things like this happen to me?
That
Like,
is
why?
not the kind of response after 5 minutes of not working.
I would have been very happy.
Yeah. What the fuck? Can you hear us? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you could hear me.
Yeah, we can hear
can
the
hear
whole
you
time.
Like, why is this happening to me?
Yeah,
What's
we heard
going
that.
on?
We heard that. We heard I hate my life.
Oh my god, I hate my life. I hate my life right now. Still hate my life.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. there's a
welcome to the
couple of
club.
those. Yep.
Right.
Welcome to the Simple Minds Sports Show.
Thank you, Irene.
Yep.
Oh,
Thank
there-
you, Irene.
Thank
We
you,
already
Irene.
did the cold intro, so you're coming in hot. Okay. And for the listeners, this is the triumphant return of Nykki-Nike. Welcome.
Hello.
She's coming in with some fucking audio
Oh, man.
issues. The
You never
likes
want to
of-
be that person. You never want to be that person. when
Welcome
you
to my
messed up
world.
audio.
Ah.
Yeah.
It's the likes of Dr. Big Mac, season 1. You know what? You know what calms all nerves and makes everything better? White Birch Brewing, our favorite craft beer in New Hampshire, down in Nashua, New Hampshire. Ray, address, please.
460 Amherst Street.
Got ahead of myself there on the old
did.
punchline. Head on down to the brewery. They got flat screen TVs. Football season's coming up. What's better than flat screen TVs and beer? Delicious beer, rainbow beer. Check out the flights on Instagram. Go follow them on Instagram. It's a good follow. If you can't do that, then definitely go to your local beer store. Look for White Birch Brewing. Wherever you get it, tell them the Simple Minds boys sent you. White Birch Brewing. Nykki-Nike, we're starting Pats, of course, and we're going to be long-winded on the Pats here. It is football season. It was cut day earlier this week. We record Thursday. Obviously, we're a day or so removed from the big news of the week that Cameron Jarrell Newton is no longer on your New England Patriots. A moment of silence. That's enough. Mac Jones, the number 15 overall pick, will be starting this season for the Patriots. Let me just set this up, and then my question is why. Cam Newton started every single preseason game. He started every single first team rep with the Patriots in practice, except for the week that he missed because he's an asshole and COVID got him again, which may be the reason why. We'll see. I want to hear what you have to say. Cam Newton was given the reins to be the number one starting quarterback again this year after a terrible 32nd ranked performance in 2020. And then out of the fucking clouds, Belichick up and cuts him. I mean, I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked. And it just immediately made me ask the question, why? What happened? What was it that made him, Bill Belichick, not only go with Mac Jones, but cut Cam Newton? There's a lot to get to, but your instant reactions will start with you, Nykki-Nike. Welcome back to the show. Why is Mac Jones our starting quarterback in 2 weeks and not Cam Newton?
Thank you, Richard. And on honor of Mr. Mac Jones, I have right here a beautiful Big Mac. And I am going to take a nice big bite of this Big Mac for our new quarterback, Mr. Mac Jones.
Look at that.
Wow. Ray got a bonus for the first time in 20 years.
Well, look at that all over her face, that secret sauce. Oh, mama.
That's a screenshot.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the video.
Ray, do you want to break?
Well,
how fast can you get to McDonald's and back? Just because I know that now you're just hungry.
10 minutes, probably.
You don't have to think about that.
Ray likes his nuggets, though. He likes his chicken McNuggets, so.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Like
everything
on
on that
fucking
menu.
chin. Ray, would you like to go first?
I'll go. Yeah.
As
Thank
Nykki-Nike
fucking
digests?
God. Hallelujah. Cam Newton's gone, baby. I think all along it was Bill Belichick's idea. He wanted to see what Cam Newton did in preseason. That's why he was getting first team reps, see what he could do with the wide receivers. He looked like trash except for that one game against the Eagles where he went 7 for 8. And that one nice touchdown by Jacoby Myers that made him look like a god. And maybe he got rejuvenated career. But no, I think this was Bill's plan all along. See if Cam could handle the ones. He couldn't. Matt could handle the twos and the number one defense going against. So I think that Bill saw the writing on the wall that this kid has it. He has the moxie that he could go out there and lead this team. So it's Bill. Bill's idea all along.
100%. I don't disagree with you, Ray, on that. Belichick definitely had this all along. So you got Mac Jones, okay, definitely can read the defense. You have Cam Newton who can't read the defense. He can't run. He can't throw his pan cans. It's everything that he does. So you have Mac Jones, Alabama, what he was there for 2 years. He threw 4 interceptions. The way that he reads the defense, the way that he is, the way that his energy is, his urgency. I know it is about the field too, but it's also a leadership in the locker room as well. I don't feel that Cam Newton had that leadership. Now you have a 22-year-old coming from Alabama who has to have the grapes to go inside of a locker room and be a leader to grown men. He's going to be a leader of men that have kids his age, you know?
Yeah, but he looks like a 45-year-old from the neck down. So,
but
like
Belichick had this. He knew what he was doing. And part of me thinks, why was everybody, all Pats fans, why was everybody so disappointed, so like shocked about it? Even you said you were shocked, Richard. Part of me wasn't that shocked about it. I really wasn't. I feel like it was going to happen. The shit that he was pulling, going away for 5 days, all that shit. Like, did he go to California to see his family? Do this, that? He had excuses. He had more stories than Disney. He's a pansy ass bitch. Nobody's gonna sign him. Nobody's gonna sign him. Who's gonna sign him? Who is gonna sign him?
I think the list is short, but
yeah. But
I love the Mac Jones love and the homerism going on for Belichick because he is the greatest of all time. I'll give you that, but he did not have this plan, not in the slightest. No fucking way. Mac Jones is about to save this dude's bacon. Watch. Look, the Cam Newton experiment failed because he didn't get vaccinated. That's it. If he didn't miss that week against the Giants, then he'd be the starting quarterback. You can't tell me I'm wrong. The other, you can't make me believe that I'm wrong. I should say I might be wrong, but I usually am. The other side of this is Mac Jones. I mean, Mac Jones did show up. He was presented opportunities after opportunities, challenges after challenges. Reportedly by everyone down there, he met them. Any beat reporter that's there every single day of practice, Mac Jones was the better quarterback in a vacuum. All camp, every preseason game. But so good for Mac. He didn't win it purely on merit, though. He didn't. I agree with you that Belichick went in with an open mind and said, "Look, If the kid can play, then we're going to give him a chance to play. But more than likely, it's going to be Cam Newton to start the season. Right? We've had this conversation more times than not. You know, you look at Mac Jones, who's probably physically not ready because he's got a belly of jello.
Hey.
Yeah, I'd like to see you behind center for 6 games. You
can't do that.
I'll be wheezing.
Oh, Ray's got tits too, so that's gonna be a tough one.
7-step drop, coach. I can only get to 5. Like 5 is my max here.
5, and I'm going on a knee.
I love Richard. I love Richard.
I'm telling you, Bill Belichick went in with the idea that, look, Cam Newton is here to be the starting quarterback. If Mac Jones can play, then at some point during this year, he's going to play. It's probably not going to be week 1. That was Belichick's mentality. The kid probably surprised them, gave him an opportunity to make this decision. And then Cam Newton was an asshole, and it made the decision easy. And that was it. So he didn't have this planned, and I don't know if he was forced into picking Mac Jones at 15, but he certainly didn't address the quarterback position after Brady left. That was the first mistake with Cam Newton. And then doubling down, bringing him back was the second mistake, because even now he's out of the building, and you got one quarterback who can play on this team. That's it. So he fucked up. Belichick didn't have it the whole time. He fucked up, and he's backdooring himself into Mac Jones, and I hope it works for him. I'm rooting for him, obviously.
Oh, 100%.
But with that being said, I guess I'll give you guys a chance to any last words, any follow-ups on the Cam Newton decision. Any follow-ups on the Cam Newton decision? Does that make sense? Don't you think the COVID thing was the fucking nail in the coffin?
I think the last game of the preseason was the nail in the coffin. I think that COVID was the part that brought it up to Bill's attention, being like, all right, this guy's going to fuck up during a regular season. He's going to pull this, and then what's going to happen? More people are going to get contact traced. I'm going to lose my whole roster, forfeit a game because we can't field a team. So I think that was like the start of the wheels turning in Bill's head. And then that last preseason game where you're just like garbage. Mac went out there with the number 2s going against the number 1s over there in New York, and he looked pretty good. Zubar's not on the team anymore. Who is that other wide receiver they cut?
Wilkerson.
Wilkerson's not on the team. He was looking good with Wilkerson. Asiasi, the third tight end on this team, looked good with him against the number 1. So.
I liked Asiasi. I liked him.
Yeah, so I think that's why. Good. I think that's why Mac Jones is now the starter on this team.
Yep.
Well, okay, but do you disagree that if he was vaccinated, that he would be on a starter on the Cam Newton would
totally
be on
agree.
the team?
Totally agree. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not totally about Mac Jones and the merit in the way that he played.
No, I think that the wheels were spinning in Bill's head when he went on that trip or whatever to see his
misunderstanding. It was a COVID misunderstanding.
But then
misunderstanding.
But they're all in their coaches meetings being like, if this guy fucks up during the regular season, Bill, it's going to cost you a game because this guy wants to go see his kids, or AKA the strip club in Atlanta, and buy hats and fucking shit, and doesn't give a shit about anything, won't get vaccinated and fuck everyone up.
100%.
Yeah. That's why I say, Nick, I just think that both the quarterbacks made the decision a lot easier than it could have been. Mm-hmm. If Mac Jones, had gone out there and looked like even the slightest bit less prepared and ready than he did, and Cam Newton did not have, even if he stayed unvaccinated, if he didn't have to go through the COVID protocol, you combine those two things, and the report out of camp was, look, both these guys are pretty even. Let's just start with Cam and let Mac continue to develop because he's the future. And that's why I was surprised, Nikki, because I really thought it's a logical way to approach it. I wasn't happy about it because we all think Cam Newton sucks.
100%. But it's NFL protocol right now. So why the fuck didn't he get vaccinated? Who knows? Oh,
it's
he's an
personal preference, which
personal preference,
you lost your
religion,
job over it.
Whatever the case may be. Yep. So.
I think he lost his job over it, and Mac took advantage when he could, and good for the kid. And we all think he can play. So that's, I guess. Sorry, I lost my.
So is all of New England. All of New England does too. His jersey is sold out. You can't go to Patriots Pro Shop. You can't go on Patriots.com to buy his jersey.
Insane.
All of New
Rookie
England
of the year.
loves his fucking kid.
What's that? Rookie of the year. If you bet him for his Rookie of the year, it's like gone up like friggin'. It's insane.
Yeah, he's now $200. Favored. Yeah,
it's insane.
Where I was going to go with that is Cam Newton. So the following step is Cam Newton was not only not named the starter, he was outright cut. There's a lot of fucking questions here. Why was he outright cut? Because Brian Hoyer is certainly not a backup. I don't think in this league anymore. The Kansas City fourth quarter red zone red wedding was the debacle. I mean, the guy didn't see the field again. He wasn't even on the fucking team. So, And that was it. That's your quarterback room. You go and sign the kid from Navy who was listed as a wide receiver in Miami. You're thin. Cam Newton, say what you want about him, as at least a guy that knows how to, that's played the position for 10 years, but they cut him. So was it Cam Newton's not a backup? Did they have a handshake deal between him and Belichick? The reports are that Belichick did not give Cam the option to stay. It was bye-bye. I don't think it was as cold-blooded as that. I believe that they had a handshake deal, and it was just, all right, you're out of here. See ya. But I'm interested to hear what you think, Nikki. Was there anything nefarious there, or what was the thought process of getting rid of Cam Newton and leaving the quarterback room with 122, soon to be 23, by the way?
I can't imagine.
Chubby Mac.
I can't imagine. He's definitely a chubby Mac. I can't imagine how it felt for Bill Belichick though. Like how did it all go down? Because there's so many reports, there's so many stories of what it was and how it went down. But I bet it was definitely nerve wracking. You know what I mean? Especially for Cam. But part of me feels like Cam was like, whatever.
A little bit does me too.
Like whatever. I got my podcast. I do my this, whatever he does. You know what I mean? Like his YouTube thing and
this shop, the barbershop thing. Yeah.
Like he's more popular on that. He's a great guy. But then again, you see somebody like Mac Jones on the sideline taking reps, going back and forth, and you got Cam Newton with the towel over his head, sitting with his arms crossed. Completely different animals. I just feel like Cam Newton was never a fit. We'll never know why Bill Belichick took him, but I do know that I'm really happy that Bill Belichick let him go. All. That's it.
I have a conspiracy theory for you. Get a life, loser. Yep. So he was released at 10 a.m. The news broke at 10:05, whatever. I heard it on 98.5. Big news. Cam Newton released. I think Bill Belichick thought that Jimmy G was going to be released as well because that was the talk of the town. Jimmy G wasn't going to make the team because the $25 million that Bill kept talking about. So I think Bill Belichick thought Jimmy G was going to be in play and to bring him over here as a backup or, maybe compete for that number one spot. So that's what I thought.
It all comes back to Jimmy G.
Why?
No, I don't think that was it. I think Cam Newton got cut because of the COVID stuff, and Mac won the job like we just talked about. But
I'm just saying for the quarterback room, that's what I thought he would get. He was going to try.
If they were going to bring Jimmy in here, he'd be a starter. They're going to pay him. Well, I guess he'd be cut. No, it was. I like the conspiracy, but the Jimmy thing is done.
I'm just doing it because Bill's out here.
It's Mac Jones's franchise. It's his show. He is the Prince of New England right now. Number 10 is where we hold all of our hopes and dreams. The reason Cam Newton is not here is because Cam Newton is not a backup quarterback. Cam Newton is a bigger ego than he is. He's a better ego than he is a quarterback at this point in his career. He's a personality. If he wasn't starting, then that it just how many questions going to be asked? The same thing with Mac. If Cam started and Mac was on the bench, we were going to be asking, when's Mac coming? When's Mac coming? You got a quarterback controversy. If you got two quarterbacks, you got no quarterbacks. Cam Newton, boom, you lost the controversy. You're out. But they are thin. They are very thin at quarterback right now. Do you think that they should and will go sign a backup quarterback to come in here and be there for if Mac Jones gets dinged up or has to miss a game or two, which we're not used to seeing with Brady, never misses games, but that happens in the NFL quite a bit. These quarterbacks miss a game or two. So Brian Hoyer is not your answer if that's the case. And the fucking wide receiver from Navy, I don't think is either. And DeLong Bags or whatever the hell his name is from Michigan, I don't think he is either. So there's guys out there, there's veterans, there's 30-year-old veterans out there that you can go trade for and do something with.
Who?
The names that have been tossed around is Kyle Allen, I think is with Washington now. Nick Foles, who's still out there in Chicago, is never going to see the field.
Nick Foles won a Super Bowl.
Nick Foles did win a Super Bowl against you.
Nick Foles won a Super Bowl, right? All right.
Nick Foles would be a perfect backup. He is a backup already. Whoa. Delivery.
We got
Big Mac delivery.
My Big Mac just got stolen.
Damn it.
Oh, it went the other way. It went the way out.
I swear to Christ, I would have slit someone's throat if they stole my Big Mac.
So Ray, you're out on going to get a veteran quarterback.
Yeah, fucking Brian Hoyer. This is Mac's team. It's live or die by Mac now. Would you ever bring it back up for when Tom Brady was here? I'm not saying Mac Jones is Tom Brady.
Well, you just did. You just made that comparison.
But what do we always say? You always have three quarterbacks. We need three quarterbacks. We need three. With Stidham's hurt, right? We need Stidham. Is he hurt? What's Stidham going to do?
He's on the
pup. He won't be back till
he's on the pup.
Week
Thank
7.
you, Richard. Yeah, the pup. So is he going to be the third?
Yep.
Brian Hoyer has known this team. He's known the design. He's known New England Patriots way for how long? How many years? Don't fuck this up now, dude.
I mean, that's true. Is the shitting your pants and eating it the red zone in the red zone the way the Patriots have done it for 20 years? I don't think so. Like, that's in the back of everyone's mind. We'll see. Look, you got a rookie quarterback who's made of Play-Doh. I would go find somebody who can play the position behind
This
him.
fat shaming's got to stop.
Come on,
Hey, man,
Ray, you can take it.
whatever. What do we expect of Mac? So let me give you some numbers. So this year going into the 2021, if Mac Jones, so this is Justin Herbert's numbers last year, who basically started the whole year. I think he started like 12 games, 14 games, something like that. Because someone jabbed Tyrod Taylor in the fucking heart with
Oh, God.
Collapse his lung.
Sorry, Pulp Fiction when they
The adrenaline.
Oh, it's a great scene. Good
Justin
scene.
Herbert had a 98.3 rating. It was 14th, good for 14th in the NFL. He had 31 touchdowns, which was good for 10th, 10 picks, which was good for 15th, and a 66% completion percentage, which was good for 15th. Basically, he was dead smack dab in the middle of quarterbacks, starting quarterbacks in the NFL. Do you think Mac Jones can do that? Let me give you the numbers again. A 98.3%, 98.3 quarterback rating, 31 touchdowns, 10 picks, 66% completion percentage.
Yeah.
Basically in the middle of the league.
Yeah. He just has to be average. His rookie year, be average. You can do that.
Be average, 100%.
Especially
Can he be better than that?
some of these defenses you're going up against, they're not the greatest. You know, you're playing the third best team in each division now because you lost out on, you weren't first place or second place in the AFC East last year. So now you're going against the third place teams. So you're not playing a very strong defensive groups when you go out this year. So I think he can be average or a little bit above.
Can I just name you some? Can we just play this game? I name you quarterbacks and you tell me if Mac Jones is better.
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay. Can you keep track of how many we get? Pam, Aaron, Ray?
Hold on. Let me get the ledger.
Geno Smith.
Ew, cut it out.
You just want me to
God.
tally? Yes.
Just tally how many.
Yes.
If
and
we
no's.
say yes, Mac Jones is better, just mark it down.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I got it.
Daniel Jones,
Yeah.
Drew Lock,
Yep.
Taysom Hill.
Yep.
This says Taysom or Jameis Winston.
Yep.
Okay. Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
Sam Darnold.
Yep.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Yep.
Say that
Trey
3
Lance.
times.
Yep.
Justin Fields.
Yep.
Zach Wilson.
Yep.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yep.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yep.
I don't know if I give him Ben.
Ben's at the last leg of his career.
I
He looked
know,
like
but
shit last year.
I'm gonna give Ben the fucking nod
Ben is
there,
a
all right?
dinosaur.
I'm gonna give Ben the nod there.
Fine. We'll go no for just because Rich is louder than all of us.
Carson Wentz.
Yep.
I
Joke.
hate Carson Wentz.
He's
Trevor Lawrence.
He's a putz.
Yep.
I'm down on Trevor Lawrence too. Derek Carr.
Yep.
He's not better than Derek Carr yet. He's got to prove he's better than
Derek
Derek
Carr,
Carr.
Derek Carr had a great year last year.
Derek Carr is an okay quarterback.
I forgot I'm a homer. Go ahead.
Baker Mayfield.
No.
No. Jared
Uh-oh.
Goff.
Yes.
Ugh. Goff.
I might put him above Jared Goff already. Goff sucks. Joe Burrow.
No. No.
Kirk Cousins. He doesn't get above Kirk Cousins. That's who he should be shooting for is Kirk Cousins. It's not above him yet. Justin Herbert. He's not better than Herbert yet. Matthew
No.
Stafford. No. Matt
No.
Ryan. No. Kyler
No.
Murray. No. Dak Prescott. No. Watson. Tom Brady. Lamar Jackson. Ryan Tannehill. Josh Allen. These are the best quarterbacks in the league. How many did we get to?
We have 13 yeses and 15 nos.
I didn't ask you to tally yeses. What do the yeses and nos mean?
We had 13 yeses that he is better than
That
those
he is
quarterbacks.
better. 13.
13. So that would give you to
Oh, now you got to do the fucking
19.
Oh, the
19th,
math.
19th in the league.
math. Okay, that's not quite middle. That's not quite
No.
in the middle. So he's not quite at Justin Herbert. He's not.
I don't know
quite
why
there.
anyone's not impressed. I just did that in my head really fast.
I'm not even sure it's right. So if Mac Jones is the, he's gonna do some subtraction. Carry the 3. If Mac
Yeah.
Jones is the 18th ranked quarterback in the league, which, by the way, is 14 better than Cam Newton last year. He's the 18th ranked quarterback. How good are the Patriots? Are they the division winner? Are they in the playoffs?
13-4.
Oh, they're going to the playoffs. Definitely.
Wild card.
Definitely playoff contenders. Wild card.
Yep.
Well, they're not going to beat the Bills, so yeah. All right.
I think
13-4 is getting the wild card.
Yeah. The Bills are going to go 14.
Well, it's 17 games, so
15-2. The Bills could do some things.
Wow, real high on the Bills. Real high on the Bills. Now this answer better be yes. Is this team better with an 18th ranked Mac Jones than it would be with Cam Newton this year?
Oh, 100. Richard.
He was ranked 35th at one time last year.
I'm just asking the question based on some of the reporting that I've heard, which is that they think that this team will take a step back with Mac Jones as starting quarterback in the first few weeks rather than Cam Newton based on their schedule, the type of teams that they're playing, the type of defenses that they're playing.
Of course they will. When was the last time we had a rookie quarterback go like to the playoffs? What was it, Sanchez or Ryan? Not Ryan, but it's been a decade since we had a great Flacco. There you go. A great quarterback, rookie, being drafted and took them to the playoffs.
They said that like today. They're talking about that, like the
Sanchez,
rookie
Flacco,
quarterback. Yeah,
Ryan, right? Like
2-1's the best rookie record in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think the kid's going to take us somewhere. I do.
Well, the answer is yeah. Of course, the Patriots are better with Mac Jones than Cam Newton. We just did it for you. Cam Newton was the 32nd ranked quarterback last year. Cam Newton will be at least the 18th ranked quarterback this year. Do the math, Ray, real quick. 32 minus 18. That makes
14.
you
14.
makes you better. That makes you better. Even if he's going to take his bumps, at least we know the ceiling is higher. And as far as the rookies going to the playoffs, that's skewed. All right. That's like talking about the stat that gets thrown around that quarterbacks that make X amount of money don't make the Super Bowl. Well, that's because Brady's been to every fucking Super Bowl in 20 years. So he didn't make a ton of money. So it skews the stat. The rookies not making the playoffs, good rookie quarterbacks go to shitty teams that don't make the playoffs. That skews the stat. Trevor Lawrence is not going to the fucking playoffs.
Oh,
he's the number one overall pick. Zach Wilson ain't going to the playoffs, number 2 overall pick. Trey Lance is not starting the season on the San Francisco 49ers, who, by the way, missed the playoffs last year. Justin Fields is fighting for a position for a team that backdoored in the playoffs with a losing record. Mac Jones is going to a team that just spent $250 million in the offseason with the greatest coach of all time that's 2 years removed from Tom Brady. So, yeah, he has a better chance of going to the fucking to the playoffs, and his division sucks. So, I'm not putting a whole lot of stock in rookie quarterbacks not making it to the playoffs. I fully expect the Patriots to make the playoffs. If the Patriots do not make the playoffs, it's an absolute failure, and Bill Belichick needs to get a spotlight put on his ass. If they don't make the playoffs with this roster, with this defense, with the weapons that they brought in, it's a fail. It's a fucking huge fail. They have to make the playoffs, and they have to make some noise. If they lose in the wild card and they get stomped, I'm still disappointed. I don't know if it's a fail, but it's a disappointment. Agree or disagree?
Totally agree.
100% agree. Absolutely.
Steph Gilmore will not be part of the first 6 weeks at least. He is put in the PUP. More of a sit-in than a holdout. Guy's getting paid.
Sound the alarms. Yeah. He's ridiculous.
Out 6 weeks, 3 weeks. He can practice and then come back within a window of 5 weeks, whatever that is. I think that there's at least a handshake deal going on. I don't think there's any bad blood between Gilmore and the Patriots. I think that they're both handling it like business. Patriots don't want to invest in an aging cornerback with a blown quad who refuses to take the field to show him that he's healthy. Stephon Gilmore refuses to play for $7 million, which would be the 24th ranked cornerback in the league this year. I don't blame him. So sit on the sidelines, get healthy, come back mid-season, and let's see what you can do. Let's see if you can tack some good cornerback play onto this defense. But until then, it's a little bit disappointing, right? Because I thought that you had a chance to be a top 3, top 5 defense if he came back with the front 7 that you have and what he does to that left side of the defense. Now, that's out of the picture. Maybe you're a top 10, but you're not as good, certainly.
No, you're not a top five. I mean, we saw what J.C. Jackson has last year as a number one. He's not a number one guy. Maybe things happen this offseason. He takes a step in the right direction to make him one of those number one corners, an elite guy. But yeah, without Stephon Gilmore, this defense maybe top 10, maybe a little bit out of the top 10. But yeah, it's not going to be the same defense we thought it was going to be going into the first week of the season.
Is it a mistake, Nykki-Nike? Did the Patriots fuck this up? Should they have given him? Let me ask you two questions. Let me ask you one question to start. If Gilmore wanted a 3-year extension, basically 2 years guaranteed, would you give it to him? Absolutely. If it meant top 7 paid, $15 million a year.
Top 7 paid. I mean, $15 million. I'd give it to him. I would. Absolutely would give it to him. $15 million a year for Gilmore.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of with you just because of the investment that they put into this team and how big of a difference that'll make. That being said, back to my original point, if he comes back mid-season and plays at half of that for half the season and takes that top 10 defense from the first half of the year and turns it into a top 5 defense when you really need it against the good teams and heading into the playoffs, then it might be a win-win. It might not really matter. Let me give you this schedule, which is kind of fucking tits for the Patriots this year. They start off, these are the quarterbacks that they face that Stephon Gilmore will not be facing. And then I'll give you what it looks like when he comes back. First off, Tua Tagovailoa. Do you think they need Stephon Gilmore for Tua?
Mm-mm.
No.
Second, rookie Zach Wilson. You need Steph. Third, Jameis Winston. He had eye surgery. Do you need Steph?
He looked good in the preseason.
He looked like Peyton Manning accordingly.
No, but they don't have the number one. Michael Thomas isn't playing, so no, they don't need him.
Yeah. In the fourth game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forget who that is against. I didn't write it down.
Judas.
Oh, okay. The fifth, whatever bag of shit that the Texans throw out there. Do they need Steph?
Nope.
Dak Prescott against the Cowboys. That might be
probably not. Won't even be Dak Prescott.
Okay, who's it going to be? Cam?
It's not the question, Ray.
He'll be hurt, so no, they don't need him then either.
No, if it's Dak, then that's a tough game not to have Steph. The next, you got Zach Wilson again, rookie.
Nope.
You got Herbert after that, who's rookie-ish.
Yes,
that's a tough one. That's a tight one. Yep.
They fucking smoked San Diego last year. Smoked them.
Mm.
But I'll give you 50. I like Herbert. I'll give you 50-50 there. And then after that, hashtag I'm seeing ghosts Sam Darnold of Carolina. Maybe. He might not make it that far either into the season.
Nope.
Don't need him either. So that's the first 8 games. That's half the season. You're talking about one quarterback that you absolutely are probably going to get chewed up on that either the left or right side. Other than that, not really. After that, it gets a little bit tougher. You take on Baker Mayfield, Matt Ryan Tannehill, Josh Allen twice, Carson Wentz. We'll see what he looks like. And then you end with Trevor Lawrence and Tua Tagovailoa. So your schedule is not stacked with the greatest play at the quarterback position. So I don't know. I don't know if Stephon Gilmore not being there for half the season is really gonna hurt them as much as maybe I thought to begin with.
I thought it was 6 weeks he was out. I thought the pup was 6 weeks this year.
It's 6, but then you get 3 weeks to ramp up, and then there's like a 5-week window in which he can play.
Oh Jesus!
So they can decide when they want to play him, and then they have to either designate him, on the IR or not.
Yeah, I like him. I like watching him play. I think he's a great asset to the team. That's why I'd sign him. But for the games that we're up against, why he's out, no, I don't think we need him. Definitely not.
I'll just say this, we just went through the schedule. Week 8 is Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns, who should have one of the better offenses this year. I expect Stephon Gilmore back week 8, but he's healthy. Pup is done after 6. Give him a week and 2 weeks to practice and get back into shape. Week 8, if they have a handshake deal, play half the season for half the money, then I would expect him to see him back on that stretch of tough quarterbacks.
What's week 9? Is that on the road?
Week 9 is Baker, is the Browns.
In Cleveland?
I'm sorry, did I say week 8? So yeah, I expect them back week 9.
Yeah, week 9. Yeah.
That's at home,
expect them back.
Right?
I believe so. If not, it's gonna be ugly against those teams because J.C. Jackson is what he is. We saw him get exposed by Stephon Gilmore. The rest of that shit on the other side is shit. Jalen Mills does not belong on the outside as a cornerback. They brought him in here to be a specialist. Here's the rest of your depth chart. Jonathan Jones, we know, plays the slot. Sean Wade has been here for a cup of coffee or less. He's projects to play the slot. Joe Juwan Williams should have been cut. I don't know what the fuck that guy's doing on this team. And that's it. That's all they kept. You had D Virgin, Michael Jackson, and Miles Bryant, who kind of slots in more of a safety. All those guys were cut. Some of them, I think, landed on the practice squad. You suck on the right side as a quarterback. As good as this defense is, you suck over there, flat out.
Totally agree. Totally agree. That was the strongest part of our defense. Now it's one of the weakest part of our defenses. So teams like last year, where they're going to run all over us, I think now it's going to be one of those times that they're going to throw all over us. So we'll see what happens.
Any other surprise cuts, Nykki-Nike? You had Miles Bryant, which surprised me. Nick Folk lost the job to Quinn
Nordine.
Swinging tits on that guy.
God, Folk, poor guy.
Were you upset to see Folk go?
A little bit. I think he was bad. He had a good foot. You know what I mean? But Nordine, I mean, the misses that he missed, just got to work at it. He's a rookie, so
he might have the shanks.
He might have the
long shanks.
You'll see. Folk and Cam Newton, same team probably at some point.
I doubt it, unless that team's the Patriots. I think
they're going to go the Cardinals.
Nick Folk is, I think, sitting somewhere at a bar in fucking Revere, waiting to get the call from Belichick. He's not going anywhere. The guy came into camp looking like Ray and sprained his hammy.
Damn.
And he lost his job. But to think that Bill Belichick is going to rely on a rookie all season long as a kicker is insane. If that kid can't get his head on straight, then Nick Folk is coming right back in the building, and they are going for 4th and 12 on the 42-yard line because Nick Folk can barely get past 50 yards.
Belichick was going to do that last year with a rookie kicker until the guy got a little racy.
Yeah, he was also getting shit cans. He was literally kicking the balls in the fucking porta potty.
That's after they found this Nazi memorabilia at his house, and all the reporters were asking questions. You got flustered. You didn't know
his equilibrium got thrown off when they dumped all that ink to cover up the swastika on his fucking arm.
Shut up. Is this a true story?
Yes.
Yeah, look it up.
Okay.
Adolf Hitler, Patriots kicker. Junior. That's funny. The last note I had here on the Patriots was they kept 9 offensive linemen. That boy Kajus, Bob Sosi. If you haven't listened yet, go listen to our conversation with Bob Sosi. He called it. Kajus was making this team, baby. Kajus was making
this team, and they make a fucking trade. They traded it for that guy from Kansas City.
Yeah, they went and got Yazir Durant.
Thank you for saying that.
Yep, he made the team as well.
Can't pronounce that shit.
Hopefully he's not a baby back bitch like the other Durant that we are familiar with.
Prone to hate.
If he is, then I suggest that he dip his toe into the CBD world, and I would recommend Dr. Tom of Back to Basics. He is the leading CBD specialist in Rhode Island and all of New England. Go to backtobasicsllc.com. That's BAK, the number 2, basicsllc.com. Get educated. They're educated you on CBD health and medical marijuana. They're helping you get the card, and everybody needs it. They got the best stuff in the state of Massachusetts, that's for sure. And Rhode Island's a close second. So again, go to backtobasicsllc.com. That's BAK, the number 2, basicsllc.com. Get a free sample with every purchase that you make. Go calm your dog down. Ray, you did that.
I did. It worked great. He's a brand new dog.
His name's Brady, right?
Ooh, we don't talk about the Nicky. Yeah, we beat that out. You can't say that kind of stuff right now. Yeah, I can't say that right now.
Yeah, can't say Brady. Okay. You turn your shitty dog into a good dog with Dr. Tom at backtobasicsllc.com. Speaking of turning good into shitty, the Red Sox got a nice win last night. Let's be positive. I wore this shirt. Go Sox. Jesus Sale came in 6 strong innings, 2 earned off a home run. Happened to catch this part of the game. Not a bad pitch. He looked good. I mean, he's looked good since he played. This was his first real competition against the Rays. And the team came back. Nice bounce back win. Jared Duran with a clutch hit in the 9th to get the winning run in. And Ottavino, who probably will be your closer down the stretch here, sealed the deal. Nykki-Nike, I know you're a Sox fan.
Yeah,
in a minute or less, give me your take on the current state of the Red Sox in the recent game against the Rays.
Current state of the Red Sox is season's over. Unfortunately, I have to admit that. I had tickets to the game on Saturday and I sold them today. I'm not gonna go watch Worcester. What's the Paw Sox, right?
Paw Sox.
The Paw Sox.
I did bury the lead there. Sorry to interrupt you, but obviously the Red Sox are dealing with a rampant case of COVID, and it's a little bit of the bed that you lie in there because they are one of 7 teams in the MLB to not get to that 85% threshold. I believe JD Martinez was one of the bigger anti-vaxxers. I don't know if he still is, but your Suedo captain and Xander Bogaerts is held up in a Tampa Bay hotel right now, quarantining. And you're playing the likes of the Woo Sox out there. But hey, you got to win. It was a gutsy win. It was. And your regular everyday players were contributing. The game before, they were contributing to an absolute fucking debacle. That third inning was gross. That was Woo Sox baseball. And it was all everyday players. Renfroe, Duran, Verdugo, Vasquez in the field. They were butchers. They were gross. And it looked like on Tuesday that the season really, they should just throw it in the shit can. Wednesday come out and they get a win. What's the score right now? Anyone know? Sorry, Nikki. Finish your Red Sox take if you had more to add.
The Red Sox take, I mean, it's over. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, they looked good for so long. Like the Yankees were awful, and then the Yankees came back. You know, the pitching just disintegrated. But actually, in all honesty, Richard, COVID seriously screwed a lot of things up. You know what I mean? It really did. So when you see Xander Bogaerts running out to the field, and then Cora's calling him back. It's like, yo, what's going on? You know, hey, you tested positive. You got to get off the field. Like, come on. And it's hurt so much, you know, all of them. I mean, I wanted to go to see Kiki Hernandez, you know, I want to see Hernandez. I wanted to see Bogaerts, you know, it's just, and it's sad to hear that COVID has done all this pretty much to the team and stuff like that. But needless to say, scratch all that. The Red Sox put themselves in a really bad position. They were up, like 5 games or something. I don't know the exact stats, but they were up like 5 games in the league.
I can tell you. They lost 10 games to the Yankees in less than a month.
It's insane. So what did the Yankees do that we didn't? The Yankees, you can't even name anybody. I can't name anybody on the Yankees except
Anthony
for
Rizzo.
Aaron Judge.
Anthony Rizzo.
And we couldn't do this, right? But
Garrett Cole's pitching again.
So
Cole's looking good.
But to have Rizzo on the team, yes, it would have been great. And instead of having Shaw at first base, it would have been great to have Rizzo. But what happened there?
Fucking make a fat joke and say he looks like me, you sons of bitches.
You are fucking fat, but you do look better than.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, but I'm only saying that because we're doing a show.
Yeah.
But what happened? What happened? Because it was because of Rizzo. Like what happened? And then you hear Alex Cora, he's the biggest cheater. Blah 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 blah. All that BS. So there's so many different conspiracy theories, which Ray would say happened. So the Red Sox failed. They failed. They were World Series literally contenders this year, and they fucked up. They failed in many ways. Pitching, hitting, fielding, everything.
Front office failed. They didn't go out and make a trade.
Thank you for that too. Yes, the front office did fail.
The team was that was demoralizing to the team. They showed it on the field. They really didn't care after the trade deadline. They went out there and it was just a half-assed team. They didn't really. The big acquisition was getting Jesus back in the lineup, and for pitching against shit teams and finally going against Tampa Bay, looking all right. Didn't get the win, but you still got Martin Perez. You don't have to deal with that bullshit anymore. Garrett Richards, shit. I mean, the list goes on and on. This pitching staff sucks. This closer sucks. This team is just, going through the motions. It's just like last year all over again when JD Martinez was just going through the motions, making that paycheck, just waiting for the season to end.
Yeah, he was just on every game. He was on, just on. Him and Devers on, And then
I dial it all back to the deadline. I don't place it all in the deadline because inevitably your professionals get your head out of your asses, go out there and play. Your competitors get your head out of their asses, go out there and compete. And I think that they had tried for a stretch, but the lack of talent caught up with them and they got discouraged. And guys like JD and Bogaerts kind of showed their true colors and went into their slumps and had the Yankee series where they got swept. And that kind of shit's unforgivable. And so is the front office. I will say this though. They are on track. for Dickey's path to the playing game. All I asked for was to win 2 out of 3 against your shit teams. They've done that against the Tigers and the Rangers.
It was like the Orioles.
And the Indians. And then all I asked of the Rays was to win 1 out of these 4. Did it last night.
They could win tonight, too. They're up 2-0 right now.
And they're up 2-0 right now. Don't hold your breath on that.
Don't do your breath. Oh.
Hey, Jinx. You owe me a Coke.
Yeah, okay.
Not Ghost Coke, just a
yeah.
Coca-Cola. And the Yankees moving forward. You got a bunch of shit teams moving forward as well. So I'm telling you, you're still 2 games up on the A's. You're 2 games behind the Yankees. I don't have a ton of faith in this team. I agree with a lot of what you guys said. I think they did quit. COVID ran through this team. A lot of it's to their own, because of their own doing. I don't have any sympathy for this team. I'm just telling you, the schedule and the talent that they do have can, and I believe will, carry them to a play-in game in which they will probably lose in crushing fashion, and ownership will get to say that the season was a success. But if you want to sit here and tell me you don't want to see Chris Sale against Garrett Cole in a playing game, New York Yankees versus the Red Sox, I mean, the season might be worth it just for that. That playing game is awesome, and you put 2 of the best pitchers in the league, the Red Sox Yankees. That's a fun baseball matchup, even for a sport that's
they'll break the record for the most viewed for a playing game.
I think that's true. We went late, so we don't have time to get to the Ben Simmons stuff, but let me sum it up for you. Ben Simmons is a piece of shit, the most overrated player in the NBA. He's never going to accomplish anything. He wants to get traded only to California because he's a baby back bitch, and his partner Embiid is fighting with him, sending out tweets that he's not fighting with them. Cancel 76ers, the dead forever. Trust the process. This has been the Simple Minds Sports Show. Friday headline, September 3rd. We will see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.
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 The Embiid tweets just make me laugh.
Every team coming out saying they won't take Ben Simmons makes me laugh. Golden State already said no. Sacramento said no.
He fucking sucks.
LA
he's making like $40 million a year.
Blows.
And the Sixers won 3 first-round picks for him. Like, what are you fucking smoking?
At least. Who let the dogs out?
The dude wasn't even. He was the number 1 overall pick because he could pass. He didn't even play his final year.
No, LSU was like a terrible, terrible team.
They were a terrible, terrible team, and he went there on purpose so he could be a big fish in a small pond. That guy has nuts the size of fucking peanuts. He sucks. He sucks.
Sounds like you, Ray.
No, huge.
Ray's got big ass balls.
Huge
nuts on this guy. Balls.
Yeah. Huge nuts on this guy.
I just got really uncomfortable, but it's okay.
Hey, you asked.
Welcome.
You asked. Welcome.
See Ray's tits? Twice as.
All right. Okay.
Why do you think I waddle? Why do you think I waddle when I walk?
Well, yeah, I've seen you walk. You kind of, you have like a little walk.
What? Try to put 2 big fucking footballs between your legs and
you're
walk
like a
around.
little penguin when you walk. You're like.
Yeah.
We also call that the Jeff A.
Super.
We were starting